Okay, let's do word of the week for week 27. The word is analyze. Repeat after me. The word of the week is analyze. The word of the week is analyze. Analyze means to break the subject, an object, event, or concept, down into parts and explain the various parts. Okay, again, analyze means to break the subject down into parts and explain the various parts. Okay, so let's fill this out right here. To break the subject down into blank and explain the various blank. What is it? To break the subject down into parts and explain the various parts. Oh my gosh, same word right there, so easy. Okay, next, synonym. Words that mean the same as analyze. So if I'm gonna analyze something, I first think of like a scientist or a doctor, and they're analyzing, the germs or the molecules or whatever. What are they doing when they analyze? Examine, look over. So in a way, it's more than just looking at. Examine means it's closely looking. You're inspecting. Inspect. So another word for analyze. Inspect, examine, study. Because to study something, you're doing more than just looking at it, right? Scrutinize. Scrutinize. To scrutinize means you're really, really looking at something. Okay, let's go to the image over here. Now remember, when you describe an image, you've got to use all those descriptive words with colors and those adjectives, right? So what do you see here? In this picture, remember, don't just say I think or I see. In this picture, it looks like there's a Chromebook. It's a black Chromebook, and it has on the screen, that looks like a spreadsheet. Kind of like with the cells, like with your personal book for points, with different colors of greens and reds and yellows. I see columns, I see rows. Listen to how detailed you need to be when you describe. The data was read and blanked by the computer. What's our word of the week? Analyze. The data was read and analyzed. We got to put a D at the end, by the computer. A-N-A-L-Y-Z-E-D. Next image. There are two children. One's wearing a red shirt, one's wearing a blue shirt. And it looks like they've got some sort of science beakers, some liquids. Ooh, what's this? There's a black telescope. So our inference is what? Our inference is when we take this information and our own knowledge and make a good guess. Looks like they're doing some sort of experiment, right? Science experiment. The students blanked the results of their science experiment. The students analyze or analyzed the results of their science experiment. You could put either one. I'm just going to put the basic form as if they're doing it right now. Analyze the results of their science experiment. Okay, let's go down. Let's do this much here. Delete. Okay. The etymology, the prefix, we're learning about prefixes right now, right? So the prefix comes at the beginning of the word. Ana means up or through. Lysis means loosen. And ize that we learned first trimester means to make. So to make, loose, up through something, I don't know. Verb, something you do. Analysis, analyzed, analyzable, analytically. Ooh, that one's a word we use in language arts a lot. Okay, let's look at our academic paragraph. I'm going to read a little bit, then we'll fill it in. Everyone goes through difficult times in their blank. When this happens, many people visit professional therapists and counselors who help them blank their problems. okay? Everyone goes through difficult times in their lives. Lives, with an S. When this happens, many people visit professional therapists and counselors who help them analyze their problems. So analyze, you're just not going, oh, I have a problem. You're looking at it, see what's going on. There are many reasons why people seek counseling. Maybe they're blank or getting divorced, or they've suffered a loss in their family. Is this semicolon used correctly? We'll come back to that. There are many reasons why people seek counseling. Maybe their parents are getting divorced, or they've suffered a loss in their family. Let's see if the semicolon is used right. There are many reasons why people seek counseling. What's the subject? We could say people, what are they doing? They're seeking counseling. If this semicolon is used correctly, it's going to hook together another subject verb, right? Parents getting divorced. Parents would be the subject, getting divorced is the verb. So that semicolon is used correctly. Perhaps that have an eating disorder. Let's say they have an eating disorder, or are blank depression, or are having depression, experiencing depression. A generation ago, it was not common for people to see a blank or openly talk about the personal problems. A generation ago, it was not common for people to see a therapist or counselor, or openly talk about the personal problems. However, today, this should have a comma. However, today, more and more people have come to realize the benefits of blank their problems with the help of a professional. Analyzing, let's use our word of the week. Analyze. Okay, we're going to drop the E and put ing. Analyzing the problems with the help of a professional. Going to therapy is not an easy experience. Comma, but. That's good, that's right. But it can significantly blank people's lives. Going to therapy is not an easy experience, but it can significantly change, help, thinking of previous words of the week, alter. I'm going to put help for right now, but you could put any of those other synonyms. Okay. Easy peasy. Let's go bottom left. Clever practice. Blank the graph and write your blank. Blank the graph. So I'm thinking math or science or something. Like a chart. Analyze the graph and write your blank. Analyze. Isn't that the word of the week? Just checking. Analyze the graph and write your conclusion, your results, your theory, your, what do you want to put there? Analyze the graph and write your, I'm going to say conclusion, because conclusion was one of the words from last week's self-starter, because we were talking about the prefix con, so I'm going to put that conclusion there. Okay, next, last part. We go back up to independent practice. You're going to write your own sentence with the word analyze. Use it as a verb. So, who do you want to be doing the analyzing? He, she, the teacher, the scientist, you, and then write analyze. Don't forget to put a period at the end. And then you have to speak it out loud. Let me write one for those who need help. The doctor. Oopsie, I gotta put this back on here. Get back here. The doctor. The doctor will analyze my symptoms. Because if you're watching this, then school's been closed because of coronavirus. So we'll say the doctor will analyze my symptoms, see if I have coronavirus. That would be sad if then my guy died. That'd be weird, huh? The doctor will analyze my symptoms. Your symptoms are like what's left over, like your cough and your fever. Something's making you have symptoms. The doctor will analyze my symptoms to see what's wrong. Don't forget your period. Don't forget your capital letter. Okay. Oh, don't forget to speak that out loud. 1, 2, 3, say it out loud.